What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. This war was it was average, I would say. Big Red Academy. They did use all their attacks basically, so we will give them the respect of going through what they did to our bases. As you see, pretty much 2-star specialists. I think there was a lot of go wipes. I didn't watch all of their attacks, but down, you can see this is a great illustration here. You see this right here? That's the go wipe wall right there. Eminem, 3R. I think these are all, those two are both Town Hall 9s. Bo was a Town Hall 9, but you start getting to an upgraded Town Hall 9 right there, and you hit the wall. That's the perfect illustration of the Go Wipe wall. Nothing else 3-starred. So that's, what the Go Wipe video was all about. We did pretty good. Not our best war. You'll see right here there's a Town Hall 9 and a Town Hall 8 that didn't get cleaned up, so shame on us. That one was 99%, but still. Shame on the Town Hall 9s, which I am included in, and the 8s. We should have done a better job getting it all cleaned up. So, but that's being said, we've got some good attacks to show. First one we're going to look at is against our number 1. This is one of the bases we looked at in the game plan video, and Shu does it pretty much the same way we talked about, only he brings 2 golems, and I don't know because I'm not a Town Hall 10 and I don't get to do these attacks, but I kind of think he could have got the same thing with 1 golem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wouldn't be enough tanking, wouldn't have enough time to get in there and get it all done. But he drops the 2 golems, drops the wall breakers. They go in. The CC troops are coming out. Has a nice lightning for them. Already has the jump spell down to get into the queen, into that inferno tower. Lightning goes down. The king and queen are in there. The king just took out the defensive queen, the first air defense, and then now the queen is targeted onto the inferno tower. It goes down, and that's pretty much it. That's what gets taken out. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that had to have 2 golems to get that much of the base done. But had he not had to bring 2 golems and got by with 1, see, the queen's still going here. I think she could have sat back and taken care of that. He would have had 1 more Lava Hound, and I think it would have made the difference. But everything else is great. Sending in Lava Hounds, different angles, targeted balloons, just, taking out defensive buildings. Drops a nice rage there. His last Lava Hound goes down, and I just can't help but think if he had 1 more here, he would have got the job done. Great freeze right there. Look at that freeze. Inferno Tower, Expo, and Tesla. Just beautiful job. Everything's working their way across. The last Lava Hound going over to that last air defense, and that air mine gets it, and boom, it explodes. Maybe even if that air mine just hadn't have been there and gave that Lava Hound just, a few more seconds to tank. Because right here, he's really starting to lose a lot of balloons. Nothing left to tank for him. They're going to move their way up, try to take out the last few defenses they can as the lava pups get the Town Hall, and really takes a huge portion of this base out, but just peters out at the end with 3 towers to go. So very, very close to a 3-star. We'll fast forward as the pups are going to take out the last few trash buildings they can, and then they're going to get taken out. So really nice attack, Shu. Really, really liked it, and so close to that 3-star, man. All right, moving on. Let's look at Too Cool for School doing a surgical hog attack. That's sort of, everybody likes to see those right now, so let's watch at least one. I am going to be having that come out probably on Friday. So be watching for that, guys. You're going to see the surgical hog video on Friday. Too Cool just drops a few balloons here on a couple of defensive buildings to get the CC lure and take out a defensive building. Probably wasted a few there because he did not get that archer tower taken out, but did get the clan castle emptied out. Just going to bring them down here to the bottom. Do a normal CC kill. You see he's got his witches there, a few wizards to back him up, and no queen on this one. Sorry, no queen. This was interesting about this attack. Upgrading his queen, so he just uses his king in place of that, which is a little bit risky because right here all these skeletons are going to get on him, but he does a nice job with that wizard there, flanking, helping take out those skeletons that are bunching up, and goes ahead and spends the king's ability to get those extra barbs down there, extra sword swinging, and a little bit of extra tanking so his king doesn't take too much damage. Then he drops the golem, lets it go in. He doesn't want those point defense locking onto his king. He still needs it to take out the defensive queen. And then right here drops a really nice jump spell, going to connect everything. As soon as that cannon goes down and the golem gets in range, or one of these troops gets in range of the queen, she's going to take a shot and lock everything on. Then you see the hogs coming in, just targeted surgical hogs, dropping those golems to soak up some of that point defense, or excuse me, golems, those giants to soak up some of that point defense, and then just a few hogs for every defense. Dropping heals where he needs them as his hogs work their way into the core. And that's pretty much it. At this point, this base has pretty much had it. You see most of the point defense is down. The Teslas in the core are still remaining, and the hogs are working their way into that section now. Taking it out, they're standing in that last hill. Right here, the hill runs out, but only 2 towers remaining. Those pesky skeletons working on them a little bit, but those aren't going to wipe out your hogs if you've done a good job, which Too Cool for School did. Right there, they're going to turn on it. And now they're in the core. They're going to take out that town hall and then turn on the king. And pretty much that's the last threat. Everything else is clean up. So we'll fast forward. Really nice attack. Too Cool. Keep up the very, very nice attacks that you're continuing to bring, buddy. All right. Let's look at a couple more here. Let's look at accuracy taken on number 8. I believe number 8, yeah, was another one that we looked at in the game plan video, and he does pretty much what we talked about. Hog attack, no double bombs. One thing that I found kind of interesting that accuracy elected to do was bring 2 golems. He turned this into sort of a go-ho, but there was no threat of double giant bombs really, so I'm not sure why he elected for that. Not knocking it. I mean, obviously it worked. He wrecked the base. Just sort of surprised me. Not really sure why he chose that. And at the end, you'll see what I mean when there's a golem that's not even splitting the golem, it's just sort of being on a wall. So I'm not sure it was the most efficient way to do it, but it did get the job done. Got the 3-star for sure. Golems go down. Wizard's creating that funnel. Drops his king. The jump spell, obviously, right there to let it into the queen's area and take her out. And then he's just going to start his hog attack. I believe he comes in. I can't remember where he comes in on this one. Right there, the queen goes down. Uses the king's ability, getting into that core. Let's see. Hogs. Where you at, Hogs? Sure, he's just really letting those golems do some tanking there. Right here, just 2-finger drop from the bottom. 2-finger drop, they're going in. Got the quad Tesla just like where we scouted it. So obviously you're going to need a heal for them right there. Boom, perfect. Everything's working their way through. You see I'm talking about this golem over here, though. It's not even busting into golemites. It's going to stay in that compartment beating on that wall for the rest of the raid. So probably could have got by with 1 golem there and had 6 more hogs. Not that he needed it, though, because right here they drops another heal. Loses a few hogs to spring traps, but they are working their way from defense to defense, just sort of wrecking this part of the base. Dropped his last heal right there in that cluster of defenses, and there's another giant bomb there. So pretty much those are triggered. The hogs are still standing in heals. Right there, the queens get onto that last archer tower. And that's pretty much it. 1 archer tower left. Plenty of hogs to run down there and get it. We'll start to fast forward. Right there, boom, take out the skeletons. And that is GG for Meow from Big Red Academy. So that's it. Good job, Accuracy. Really nice attack, man. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll wrap this one up. Bova versus 14. And this one was it's probably one of my favorite attacks in this war. Look at the army composition here. Almost like what we just did the video, the GoValo, but it's like a GoVaho. Just replace it with hogs, and it works beautifully. Sends in a few hogs just here, get the clan castle lure, empty that all out. Going to bring it up top and do a normal CC kill. You see it's got witches there. I guess you could call it a GoVaho wee wee. I know these names get kind of crazy. But brings it up top, drops his witches, wizard. Actually, didn't drop any wizards up there. Just let the witches and the queen do the work, which is fine. Got it taken care of. Drops his golem down, 2 golems. 1 in the CC. Remember, creating a funnel here. Create it nice and wide when you're dealing with your Valks. What he does, those big army counts really help out because right there, obviously that storage is by far the closest building when he drops these Valks here. So they head straight in. Jump spell, let him in the core. Valks are really good at taking out heroes because it's not like the heroes can just shoot them down very quickly. They've got plenty of health, and once they lock onto them and they all bunch up and take that swing, it's going to be over for them. And places a heal for them there too, so that's great. They're not going to go down when that's going on. The golems are still doing some tanking. Those Valks right there, you see that nothing much happening right here, but they're taking out a lot of stuff right there. Boom, the CC, clan castle goes down. Now they're moving their way through the rest of the core here, and now the hogs enter. Just 15 hogs, not a huge number, but just coming in from the side. Remember we talked about in the Valk video, walls, a lot of compartments, which you see that Boveville really did a good job getting the hogs into that big compartment. But once they're there, that's sort of when everything else is compartmentalized like that. That's where they're weakest. You see they're already faded out, but this is where the hogs, thrive. So hogs working their way through, dealing with all the small compartments. No problem for them to just jump over the walls and grab all those defensive buildings. So really nice attack. Really like the way it was planned out and the way it was executed. Just beautiful. Drop that last heal spell right over by the last few defenses, and now it's cleanup time from there. You see, just had a few wizards in the bag for cleanup around the outside. So that is perfect. Just a beautiful, beautiful attack. Good game plan. Good base selection. Just really nice, Bova. All right, guys, that is it for this one. We will wrap this one up. Hope you did enjoy the video. Hopefully actually, I can tell you, we do have an exciting war coming up, one that is planned, so stay tuned for that. Probably next week it'll go down. You know, it takes some time, it takes some planning, but we're going to do it, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. I know we will. Hope you liked the video. Till then, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to suck less.